independent presses are doing what it says on the tin. It's like actually independently publishing independent voices for independent people to read while we're still allowed to have praise. So, thank you. Join me in That's more like it. And I'm going to do a couple of poems, and they are to celebrate how much I love independent presses, small presses, on account of how they're both from books that have been published by independent presses. One of them is published by Flapjack Press, which is just around the corner there to the right, and they're lovely. He's got a nice hats on, and it's dedicated to. It's actually a request. Somebody asked me to do this today, so I'm very vegan and I'm doing it. And it's dedicated to anyone who's had the great misfortune to grow up in a very small town. And it's called I Want to Be a Teenager in Devon. I want to be a teenager in Devon, where the last bus home is 5:15 and runs on Tuesdays and Fridays, where there's no cinema, host club, youth club, library or cafe, but everybody over 30 knows because kids hang around the late night spa. I want to be a teenager in Devon and be the village punk or the village goth or the village mosher or crusty or lesbian or both, because there's never more than one where being unconventional is not wanting to be pregnant by the age of 16, where being unconventional is owning more than 3 books and having read them. I want to be a teenager in Devon, where 6 of the houses on my street are owned by Londoners who drive down twice a year in their BMWs, and it's a ghost town. Except August, when it's gridlocked with caravans and people telling me how lucky I am to live in such a beautiful part of the world where everyone's so friendly. But the only way to fit in is to have lived there for 8 generations and marry your cousin. I want to be a teenager in Devon and not see a black face from 12 through to 18, but I'm still in the same class as the lad whose dad is chairman of our local BNP. I want to be a teenager in Devon, where the hills are alive with the sound of farmers shooting themselves. Because first it was BSE, and then it was brucellosis, and then it was foot and mouth, and then it was bird flu, and next year something else. Devon, where I can fill my lungs with the fresh country smell of slaughtered cattle, gas badgers, coarse hares and illegally hunted foxes, shotgun pheasant, roadkill hedgehogs, and a butcher's common. I want to be a teenager in Devon, but because it's such hard work swimming against the overwhelming sludge of normality, I almost leave and have my first divorce by the age of 19. But I bide my time and I count the seconds, the minutes, the hours, the days, the weeks, the months, the years, and I work every Saturday in the only shop that hires teenagers in Devon. Although the boss has got sticky hands and he follows me into the stock room. And I save my money for the first bus, coach, tram, train, bicycle, supermarket trolley, roller skate, skateboard, anything with wheels, for the day I hit 18 and I can go. Thank you. Thank you to Flapjack Press for believing in me. I haven't just been standing over there because it's the only warm place in the entire St Anne Square world, because there's actually a barbecue going on the other side of that white sheet. It's really warm, so There you go. Another fabulous thing about independent presses is that I've actually got a new collection coming out in a few weeks. And it is actually as if by magic. It's with these people, the wonderful Holland Park Press. Isn't that fun? And the cover is there. Yeah. It's yellow. The book's not out yet, but it will be soon.
Way!
And this is by way of saying thank you to them for believing me. Again, believing in my words, which is really far more amazing than I can ever explain. But it's also a bit of a double one. Another independent press, Puppy Wolf, printed this poem as part of an anthology of best of Manchester poets. I didn't say it, they did. And it's also one of the poems in the new collection, which is going to be called Everything Must Go. And it's called Dignity, and it has unrestrained references to farting, so that will appeal to all the young people here. And it is about my experience of cancer, and a lot of people run away when they hear that word, but this fabulous press didn't, and it's a collection about my experience of cancer. And this is called Dignity, and it's about all the marvellous things I learned, all the new skills I learned when I was in hospital under chemo and radiotherapy. Throwing up all over the consultant when he asks you, how are you feeling? Throwing up so hard, it comes out of your nose. Throwing up and acquiring the skill of doing it accurately. Farting. Discovering that chemo farts are more powerful than Semtex and can clear a room just as effectively. Saying, I don't need a Zimmer frame to get to the bathroom, and then falling into a chemical waste bin and getting a 2-inch scar on my forehead. Getting out of bed and showing the whole ward and their relatives your knickers, except you aren't wearing them. Fainting. Running around on the bathroom floor, wringing wet, stark naked and stretched out under the eyes of 7 nurses who had to kick the door down and are saying, how many fingers? Tolerating strangers who whisper, you look so brave, and resisting the urge to deck them. Going bald, watching your tits shrivel to the size of peanuts and your arse go flat as a burst paper bag. Begging for another shot of morphine, even though you had one half an hour ago, even though you know they'll say no. Remaining polite when a close friend drops off the face of the earth when you tell him your diagnosis. Remaining polite when that same close friend reappears when you're better and acts like nothing's happened. Remaining polite when people cross a room in case you talk to them about it. Wearing long sleeves in June to cover up the scarlet track lines chemotherapy has etched from wrist to elbow. Rolling up those sleeves to show them off as battle scars and learning to stare back. Wearing a feeding tube up your nose and learning to stare back. Refusing to wear the prescription wig that makes you look like you've got cancer. Refusing to wear the cheerful floral scarf that makes you look like you've got cancer. Standing up, falling over. Standing up, falling over. Standing up, hanging on to the arm of the sofa, the edge of the table, grabbing at furniture in a dot to dot of small stages, waddling to the kitchen on a toddler's unsteady legs, and making a cup of tea, unaided, for the first time in 3 months. Standing up and saying, I've got cancer. without need, without self-pity, standing up and saying, I'm clear. Thank you very much.